7, maybe 8 from the 30.
4 wideouts, one running back.
Did we jump? Gosh. I think we did. I think the helmet came across the ball.
Hey, the quarterback's been pretty.
He's got a little voice inflection.
He's a little slick with that.
This is going to make it 3rd and short.
Very sneaky there, Mr. Goodman.
Third down for the Vikings. They're trying to move the chains. Snap.
Reverse
round right. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And we smelled it out.
McKitchie, the previous quarterback from earlier in the season, takes the handoff, the sweep around in, and is stopped before he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And, Bill, I'm looking on the sideline and looking at the guys from Gwinnett Medical Center, and they're taking a look at Mr. Nelson, number 59. And it seems like they're taping him. I don't know if he'll return, but he seems to be okay.
Yeah, he's sitting up on the table there.
Right.
Oh, a low kick.
Short.
And it bounces out of bounds. Going to spot it. The referee keeps walking up the field to about the 43 yard line.
Tell you something about that play right there on the punt, Bill. Most teams have a call for when there's a low punt or it's a short punt to get away. A lot of teams call Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like to say grenade.
Yep.
And I taught my guys grenade because Peter
get away from that thing.
Might not tell you to get away, but if I say grenade and you hanging around, so but there's a science to the way you use those words to get their attention, because Peter doesn't sound like anything else.
Yeah. Hard to be confused with another play call.
Exactly. Whereas grenade, you can, hey.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 2:27. Handoff up the middle. He stopped right at the line. Cameron Jackson stopped for a short gain.
Good play there by number 52 from Lakeside on the stop.
Marquez Wimberly. He's been active. He's been around the ball. They're going to back us up. They're going to call illegal procedure against Norcross. So good news and bad news for Mr. Wimberly. He'll lose his tackle in the stat column, but they back up the Norcross offense 5 yards.
That won't be the way he tells the story, Bill.
1st and 15. Teddy Gassert has him ready, takes the snap, tosses around right in. He cuts it back. Gain of Cameron Jackson gains about 4.
And we got some laundry on the field, Bill.
Holding against Norcross.
2 minutes. 2:00 on the clock to go in the first half. Norcross looking at 2nd down and about 11. Handoff up the middle, good run.
Good, tough running.
Gain of about 6. Cameron Jackson running hard.
Vikings tackle by Micah Carrier.
Just short of the midfield stripe.
3rd down and 4 yards to go.
3rd and 4.
Do we do the quarterback draw with with Teddy again.
2 wideouts either side. Teddy going to hand off right up the middle, and there's a good run. He's got his first down. He's across the 50, the 40. He's pulled out at the 40. Oh, we got a flag again, Coach.
Number 5, the ball carrier.
Michael Porter.
Down to the
Hard run. Michael Porter runs hard. Holding Norcross.
Good gracious.
holding against Norcross.
Well, Coach, if nothing else, these penalties is requiring us to run more plays, which will get us closer to the halftime without putting more points on the board.
And things that we can coach on and try to build on, you know.
Because when it looked like it's going to be a running clock in the second half.
Right.
So this gives the coaches something to fuss about,
Right.
something to coach about.
Right. You don't want to go in the playoff making these type of mistakes on good drives.
Clock running, 1:10, 70 seconds and less clock on the move. Gessert calls the signals, takes the snap, keeps. Up the middle he comes. Nice little gain of about 3 or 4.
Got a fumble on the play.
Under the 50-yard line.
Right back at midfield. We're going to wear that midfield stripe out tonight, Coach.
And it looks like the punt team.
4th down.
Is the punt team coming out?
Punt. First time for the punt.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't see a punter.
Robin Peralta will be in the punt for Norcross.
We may just let the clock run out on this one, Bill.
The 25-second clock hasn't even started yet. I think we're backing up. Yeah, Coach Maloof is pointing toward the clock. We're running down 7, 6, 5.
So we may have to punt on this one. We took a penalty here. We may have to punt.
Oh, the 25-second clock never started.
Now, here's what I do in a situation like this, Bill. I tell my punter, hey, we got a punt with 5 seconds left. Punt it out of bounds. Don't even give them a chance to return it.
Just run it.
Unless you just want to work on your punt coverage
Unless
teams.
the punter needs a little practice tonight.
Right.
4th down, they backed up. 5. And now the clock runs out. Not quite sure I understand everything I know about that one, but that ends the first quarter. The second quarter of the first half is now in the books. Halftime score, Norcross Blue Devils 45, Lakeside Vikings 0. We'll be back with the halftime crowning of the homecoming and King and Queen homecoming night here, 2018.
Chase's Grill and Wingery brings fresh flavors, sizzling buffalo wings, and a warm family atmosphere to the historic city of Norcross, Georgia. Stop by Chase's for a great lunch or dinner from Tuesday through Sunday. If you are looking for the next favorite local hotspot, look no further than Chase's Grill and Wingery.
Different flavors make the world go around. And now try the flavor of hot honey mustard on the boneless wings meal. Served with crinkle fries, Texas toast, and a 22-ounce drink. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
Double Trouble Training is here to make sure athletes become the best they can spiritually, mentally, and physically. If you are in the search for some elite basketball development, look no further than Double Trouble Training. Charles and Michael Pack continue to equip their athletes with the tools that are necessary for today's game. Check out www.doubletroubletraining.com for more information.
Halftime, Bill Wright here. Chris Lansing, welcome into the halftime show with
Thank
Norcross
you.
on the network.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just so privileged to have you here with us
Yes, sir.
here at halftime, but also here with the Norcross family. I've heard so much good things about your ministry.
Yes, sir.
We want you to share with all of our fans and folks out on the Norcross network about your chaplaincy,
Yes, sir.
about your ministry,
Yes, sir.
and just take off and tell us. We'll go from there.
Yes, sir. We started ministry years ago in Norcross at the YMCA. Bobby Butler and I. And at first, a lot of players started coming. Then their parents started coming. Out of our ministry, we have Lorenzo Carter from the New York Giants.
Wow.
Max Garcia for the Denver Broncos. Jason Crooms from the Buffalo Bills. We have Jeremy Davis from the LA Chargers. I mean, they just kept coming and inviting people. And so we like to do a lot of outreach. That's why we do a lot here on Norcross campus. We have Bible study twice a week and Fellowship of Christian Athletes every Monday. And so everybody say, why so many athletes coming out of Norcross? Because we're sharing the gospel and lifting up Jesus Christ.
That's so good that we know in the whole Norcross system that in this classroom we're developing the mental part of our lives.
Yes, sir.
On the field we're developing the physical part of our lives.
Yes, sir.
But that spiritual part is we can't neglect it.
We can't neglect it. And that's one thing we emphasize: character, having a good attitude, and being God-like on campus so you can draw other people. And it's been amazing to have all the young people have given their life to Christ and went on to do great things in society. It's really a blessing.
That's great. But just last week we had a couple of our NFL alumni in here with
Yes,
us.
sir. Yes, sir.
That and I know I've heard what a support they are to you.
Yes, sir.
Financially and spiritually and
Yes, sir.
prayerfully.
Yes, sir.
But as Dwayne pointed out, to point out to our players on the field tonight that hey, these guys, they're a full rounded guy.
Exactly. I mean, what good does it do to be a great athlete, a great student, and have messed up character and don't know how to relate to people? And so that's really been a blessing that all of our young people are not ashamed of Jesus Christ. You see them on interviews, they're talking about the Lord. And we have 7 NFL players that come from this one high school, and we have 4 in the NBA and 1 in the WNBA.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And this is a little friend of mine, Tristan. I brought him along. I'm mentoring him. He's a good friend of mine. He's going to be a great kid. But the only thing I don't like, he's wearing a Falcon hat, and I'm an Eagles fan.
Well, we're long-serving Falcons fans. We will rise up. We'll rise up again,
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll keep on rising up.
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us a little more about the name. Do you have a website? The name of your
New
ministry?
Destiny Christian Ministries.
New Destiny
and
Ministry.
We're building the website, getting that up and running. And one thing that we emphasize that when you come to our ministry, we're plain, teach the word, only there for an hour, dress down. You can go home and be there by 1 o'clock to see the NFL.
Great. That's great. So, just so proud of what you do,
Yes, sir.
the way the guys respond.
Yes,
like
sir.
you say, we're
And Bobby Butler's been a good help to us. His son plays with the Dallas Cowboys, Bryce Butler. He's also from our ministry. And Bobby does a great job of ministering to the young people because he played 12 years in the NFL. And so he gives that feedback to them, telling them one thing about handling their finances, which is very important this day and time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because trouble will find you.
Yes, it will.
If you put yourself in harm's way, trouble will find you. And these guys that make it in the big leagues, they have a financial advantage that they might not have been prepared for.
Exactly.
So you don't want that to become a problem.
Exactly. And if they don't handle their money correctly, they'll end up like some more ball players broke after their careers over. So Bobby does a great job in telling them to handle their finances real well. And the one thing I want to really emphasize is that the Norcross program, the people here, the community, they're so supportive.
Absolutely.
They're so
The community,
supportive, so
the
prayerful.
school, the network.
And the boosters are so giving. That's why this is an elite program here in Georgia, because of the fan base and the boosters and everybody giving back in the community. This makes it so special. And I've been here for 14 years. My son played here, Cameron, and I haven't left yet. Harvey Snyder and I've been here ever since our son's been here.
Well, Coach, I've been so impressed with most of the fans can't hear the after the game prayer.
Yes, sir.
That the team prays, win or lose. We play with class. We play with pride. We
Yes,
play
sir.
it. We do it right.
Yes, sir.
Either way, win or lose, we got each other's back.
Yes, sir.
We as our Falcons say, we're a brotherhood. We like to say you got to be a brotherhood, and hopefully that will carry over what they learn in the Bible study will help them be that proper kind of teammate and proper
Yes, sir.
kind of brotherhood.
And another thing we emphasize, it's bigger than football. It's about life
Absolutely.
lessons.
Great.
When you're down, are you going to keep fighting or give up? Because if you're out here in the real world and you have a problem, you got to keep on fighting, keep on praying, keep on pressing. And that's one thing we emphasize here. Never, never give up.
That's what life's all about. High school for me was almost 50 years ago. But I was thinking the other day, I remember more things I learned on the football practice field and football game field than maybe I did in the classroom.
Yes, sir.
Those things stay with you. They become life lessons.
Yes, sir.
So, Chris, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Can I share my headset? Would you like to talk to our buddy over there? Let me swap with you and let you finish up.
Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. My name is Tristan Hans, and I've been living in Gwinnett for I think 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, and it's been like a fun experience. Like Norcross, they're amazing. I see smoke in the air. I see a big screen TV. And I see a lot of fans who are fun.
Yeah.
And when Mr. Chris brought me here, I was so excited because he was always there for me. And I just want to give back by coming and supporting Norcross Blue Devils. So, yeah, it's been a fun experience.
All right, and tell them how much you ate today. A whole lot of food
Yep.
up in the Booster Duke house tonight. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Double Trouble Training is here to make sure athletes become the best they can spiritually, mentally, and physically. If you are in the search for some elite basketball development, look no further than Double Trouble Training. Charles and Michael Pack continue to equip their athletes with the tools that are necessary for today's game. Check out www.doubletroubletraining.com for more information.
Chase's Grill and Wingery brings fresh flavors, sizzling buffalo wings, and a warm family atmosphere to the historic city of Norcross, Georgia. Stop on Tuesday through Sunday. If you are looking for the next favorite local hotspot, look no further than Chase's Grill and Wingery.
Different flavors make the world go around. And now try the flavor of hot honey mustard on the boneless wings meal. Served with crinkle fries, Texas toast, and a 22-ounce drink. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
Welcome back. Dwayne Dennis, can you have any sound in your headset? Let's see if we can turn up. You hearing us over there on the booth, on the table?
Yeah.
Well, I hear you. Okay.
You can hear me. I can't hear you in my headset.
You're loud.
Something's going on with this one. But we're good to go. We'll make it work.
So, coming back from halftime, homecoming 2018. You saw it on the video. Mark Collins, homecoming king. Angelina Lorenz, homecoming queen. 2018 for the Norcross High School Blue Devils. Another homecoming halftime in the books, Coach. We're ready to kick it off. We'll have a running clock in the second half. It'll be over in a hurry. You've got some scores.
Let's give you some scores from around the state of Georgia here. Brookwood 28, Central Gwinnett 0 in a region game. Hillgrove 14, Kennesaw Mountain 21, Milton 6-0 over South Forsyth, Walton 30-0 over Etowah, Norfolk 21-0 over Lambert, Roswell 35-6 over Lassiter at the half, Parkview 35-7, North Paulding 10, North Cobb 0, Marietta 21, McEachin 14, which is a really good Cobb County game. My good friend Carlos Del Rio over there playing quarterback for McEachin. Peachtree Ridge 9, Duluth 7. That's our good buddy Reggie Stansel, former Norcross assistant coach, and looking for his first win of the season. So, we're going to.
We wish Reggie well. Reggie's a great guy, great coach, and they're looking for that first win. I was over there last week on our open date with Peachtree Ridge and Collins Hill squared off. It was a hard-fought game.
And my feelings about Wildcats, and only good Wildcats. Well, I won't even say the rest of that, Bill. East Coweta 10, Wheeler 7, and we got the kickoff.
Here's the kick, back at the 5. So Lakeside takes it in at the 5. He cuts up the field. He's crossing the 20. He's crossing the 25, the 30. He's in a foot race. He's knocked out over the 35.
Good return by number 11 there.
Matthew Franklin, is he the kicker also?
Good, he's a junior. He's got good speed.
It's some good feet there by number 11. 1st and 10. Their best starting position of the night at their own 38.
One more score I want to tell you about. Hapeville Charter and Allatoona. Allatoona 7, Hapeville Charter 0. And why that's significant, that's the first team to score on them all season. They hadn't been scored upon all year, and they're losing. So imagine that.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. Looks to pass. Those
swing
are the
pass.
He cuts around the
corner. We got a fumble on play.
The ball is loose. Norcross picks it up.
That looks like a scoop.
He's going to be dropped at about the 15. Desmond Pettis, great.
And I think the hit was by number 21, Jamal Jonvier. That's what jarred the ball loose.
In a way, your heart goes out to the Vikings. They had a little something going. They had something moving, and then it goes up in smoke on them. It turns around to bite them. And 10:30, the clock continues to run. It will be a running clock through the second half. 1st and 10 from the 10.
And that's the way you want to come out of a halftime break.
Yeah, not back on your heels, but coming out on your toes and firing out like they did. Do we have Teddy back in there again? Yes, we do. Handoff around left end. Gain of about 3. So Cameron Jackson runs it hard. So on the out of bounds play, the clock continues to run in the 3rd quarter. 9:40 remaining. 2nd and goal from the 7.
That's a nice stretch play. Just shy of right outside the 8-yard line.
Dwayne Ennis, we need to call those big guys' names up on that front line. They've played well tonight, and that's the kind of play we will be looking for in the next couple of weeks. And
push, push, push.
Up the middle, across the 5. Cameron running hard.
Vikings tackle led by number 42, Solomon Andrews.
He was running behind the block of Brian DeCanty. We got reserve offensive linemen even in there already. At Jalen Williams, Brian McCanny. So it's a good learning experience to develop some depth for the offensive line.
And that's good leadership by Coach Maloof there to get those guys the experience they would need.
Oh, well, the toss was a little behind Cameron.
Yeah, gosh.
That cost his footwork. He had to slow down to pull it in.
A little bit behind him.
He almost tried to do what Bo Jackson did years ago when I had the privilege of being at the old Tangerine Bowl. That tells you how old I am, Coach. It was
gosh.
Against Boston College. They had a little quarterback from Boston College playing in that game.
Doug Flutie?
Doug Flutie was Boston College scored a touchdown after the clock had expired, which made the score a little more respectable for Boston College against Auburn that day.
Well, Bill, you're not that old. I remember the Tangerine Bowl, so that's saying something about me.
there was a toss to Bo Jackson, and it went behind him. He reached back with one hand and just pulled it in and went around the end. So we're lined up for the field goal. We had to get the proper alignment on the field. We got them set. Here's the snap, spot, kick, up. It's good.
And the 22-yard field goal is good.
22-yard field goal attempt. Good. 3 more points on the board for the Blue Devils. Makes it now Norcross Blue Devils 48, Lakeside Vikings 0 with 7:40. So we'll take a timeout on the field.
Chase's Grill and Wingery brings fresh flavors, sizzling buffalo wings, and a warm family atmosphere to the historic city of Norcross, Georgia. Stop by Chase's for a great lunch or dinner from Tuesday through Sunday. If you are looking for the next favorite local hotspot, look no further than Chase's Grill and Wingery.
Neeson back deep for Lakeside. Here comes the kickoff.
Also back deep, Matthew Franklin.
Up, back deep. It's going to be taken into about the 2. He bobbled it a little bit, but he pulled it in. He's crossing the 20.
Oh, gosh. Good hit. Good hit.
Brought down hard as he crosses the 20. Matthew Franklin has worked hard for the Vikings. Like as you said, Coach, teams that have not impressive records still have kids that love the game, that play hard, and they have some good players on those teams.
And I've got a lot of respect for them. You got a lot of kids that come in to a game like this and realize that they may be outmatched and they lay down, but these guys have they still play a good brand of football. They just not very deep.
Point you just made, little things I just noticed. They broke the huddle crisply.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just stagger up to the line.
Yeah. You can tell that they're well coached. They come out, they execute, they know how to line up, they know how to play football. They just
they got a new coach at Lakeside this year, Zach Edwards, in his first season coaching. So it's good news and bad news. Coach, you get to be the head coach, but you're going to be in Region 7.
Right. Not what you sign up for.
2nd and 10 for the Vikings. He's a keeper. Got a little crease, got a little hole. He steps up. He's got some feet, Coach. He stepped up in that hole and gained about 3.
Norcross tackle by Daryl Schenkel. 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
3rd and 5, 5:57, clock running.
And this might have been the shortest 3rd down for them all night. That's been one of their best plays, Bill.
Oh, made us hop. Made us jump. Is that going to be a first down, maybe? That's going to be right. I think that would qualify for a first down.
Onside, Norcross. First down, Lakeside.
Coach David Wright just stepped into the booth here.
And that's what I've been waiting for all night there, Dave. Fantastic.
1st and 10. You got the keeper. Here he comes right in. That's a nice gain.
Whoa.
He turned the corner.
All right.
Trey Goodman, the ball carrier.
Trey Goodman kept it. Went around right in. Got his first down. Moving the chains.
Marcel Maugg with a tackle for the Blue Devils.
Bill, I don't know if David's your favorite, but he's mine.
Well, Coach Wright in his video production class, what a great job they do.
Absolutely.
Producing the games here. All the guys each week. Our producer Connor Early over here on the board. Handoff up the middle there is about 5 down to the 45.
And Lakeside's crossed the 50, so they're in positive territory now.
Might be their best drive of the night going. They had one going a while ago, and it backfired on them as they got about this position. So, 2nd and 5. As they keep moving forward, making positive gains on each play. The handoff in the middle again. They push it forward. Lakeside might realize that they have reserves in the game. They can do things against the reserves they couldn't do against the first team guys. So they're going to go back to maybe the plays that they've depended on earlier in the season that might work now that didn't work in the first quarter.
And I happened to have a conversation with one of the assistant coaches from Lakeside at halftime, and he said, talent-wise, he didn't feel that there was so much difference between the two teams, but as always, execution.
Oh, good footwork, good keep. He broke it up the middle. He's going to be stopped at about the 10.
That was an excellent play.
You got to respect Trey Goodman.
Wow.
That when you're down, that he doesn't.
And you get a holding. You just hate to see that.
They're going to bring back his best play of the night.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that could kind of put your pilot light out. So, as we're just saying, you got to greatly respect Goodman and his teammates, the coaches. Would have been the 10, and they're all the way back on their side of the 50. About a 40-yard penalty. So Goodman looks over, takes a snap, looks across the middle, throws across the middle. It's intercepted.
Oh, we got an interception.
Christian.
Picked off at the 30-yard line by number 35 for the Blue Devils, Keyshawn Smith.
Keyshawn Smith.
And the old tip drill.
Nice hands. He's getting greeted from his teammates on the sideline. He had it all the way.
They about to beat the Matt Gray paint off his helmet. What a great play.
He may have to go through the concussion protocol and get to the sideline there. First and 10 Norcross from the 30. 2:15, clock running.
Can't see who we got in there at quarterback.
Around right end. We're off to a foot race.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't Cameron Lark. Cameron Lark's the lineman, so if he's taking a handoff there, that was Akil Taylor.
Do we have
Cameron Lark's the lineman. Akil Taylor's number 89. Okay, Baylor Emerson.
Baylor Amison, number 14.
Another senior quarterback there, Bill.
So Baylor Amison executing those plays crisply. 1st and 10 from the Norcross 44. Handoff around left end. Here we go. He's turning the corner.
Michael Porter.
Michael Porter running hard down to about the 40s. 1st down. Move those chains with 58 seconds. The clock continues to run. We got a guy down
and you're getting
from Lakeside.
Yeah. We got movement, so may not be as serious. He's standing up. So
he's standing up. That's
good to go.
Blake McKechnie, he's probably had injuries through the season because he started as a quarterback and he's at other positions, so he's probably had a hard year. He continues to play and push through. So
and right now you're getting a glimpse of the future. You want to know if Norcross is going to be good for the next 2 years? Well, one of the guys that's going to be toting the mail for him is going to be Michael Porter. A bit of the ability that he has. Great inside runner, got enough speed, tough. And
he has that opportunity.
And he's got a nose for the end zone. He already got one score today, so keep an eye on him. And I think right now we got Janai Clark in there.
So 1st and 10 from the Lakeside 40. The sweep play numbers.
Good block by Clark.
Going to be called behind the line of scrimmage.
And that was Akil Taylor on the jet sweep again.
Yeah, Coach, our roster list 99 as your Hawkeye picked up. That's not a defensive tackle, right? Running
it better not be running a jet sweep there, Bill.
The jet sweep with
I tell you what, if we start running Cameron Lark on a jet sweep,
maybe a Refrigerator Perry type.
He's going to hurt somebody. I can promise you that.
Into the 3rd quarter, that running clock gets it on the way as sands through the hourglass. Quickly move on.
So the days of our lives.
At the end of 3, your score: Norcross Blue Devils 48, Lakeside Vikings 0.
That's got to be the fastest halftime I've ever seen.
Chase's Grill and Wingery brings fresh flavors, sizzling buffalo wings, and a warm family atmosphere to the historic city of Norcross, Georgia. Stop by Chase's for a great lunch or dinner from Tuesday through Sunday. If you are looking for the next favorite local hotspot, look no further than Chase's Grill and Wingery.
We have 12 minutes posted, the final 12 minutes. That will be a running clock, so that will be a quick 12 minutes as we'll wrap up this homecoming 2018 at Blue Devil Stadium. Dwayne Dennis, what you got? Duluth 14, Peachtree Ridge 9. We pull in for Coach Reggie. Get a touchdown for the Lions, our coach. Second and about 14 as we start the final quarter. Around left end we go.
Gosh.
Flags come a-flying.
Caleb Jackson, the ball carrier, down to the 36-yard line.
Caleb Jackson, the 3rd J of the Jackson.
That's the younger brother. The bigger younger brother.
We're all familiar with the Jackson
of Cam
5.
Jackson.
The Jackson 5. We have the Jackson 3. Yeah.
Missing a bass player and a drum player.
Back them up. Second and long, second and about 25 from Norcross's own 44-yard line. 11:50. Handoff, around right in we go. The white shirts are in the middle of that
Jackson, the ball carrier.
handoff.
3 yards in the play. Vikings tackle by number 52, Marquez Wimberly.
Wimberly's had a lot of tackles tonight.
He has. He's gotten his name in the paper tonight, that's for sure.
Running down to 11 minutes. It's going to be 3rd and long. I would expect another sweep as we try to keep that clock moving. But with the running clock, it really doesn't matter, as the clock will keep running.
Yeah.
Even on the incomplete pass, so that.
That pass was intended for the little brother of Chris Herndon, who was here with us a couple weeks ago.
As we just talked at halftime about some of our NFL alumni.
Against Norcross, ineligible receiver downfield. Will be declined by
I hope you enjoyed our interview with Brother Chris and his ministry of encouraging the players and the students and everyone here at Norcross. What a great job he does, and what a great outreach to the community.
Absolutely.
And to the student body at large.
Absolutely, Bill.
It'll be 4th down. It'll be 4th and long. About the second punt of the evening, I think it is. So punting from the 41. Let's see what kind of. Oh, a little high snap. He takes and it's blocked.
Oh, blocked.
The high snap gets blocked. Coach, there's you another teachable moment. Snap was a little high. Took him off.
Even though it's late in the game, you still got to execute.
So we're approaching 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10, Lakeside. That gives them a little
momentum,
a little encouragement to keep plugging as they take off with a short field from the 39. 1st and 10.
And if you're looking out on the field right now and you see a guy with a long red mane, that's my good buddy, Eric Bertishaw. And I want to watch him come off the edge and send pressure. He might be small, but he's rangy and lanky, and he's ready to come at it.
Quarterback keeper around right in. He's making the turn. He gains about 7 or 8. So Goodman's fighting the good fight. He's keeping on. He's keeping the faith. He's moving forward. 8:40, clock runs. Norcross 48, Lakeside Vikings 0, 8.5 minutes to go. 2nd and about 3 from the 33. Goodman with an empty backfield. Takes, looks, keeps, and he's.
Oh, he tried the keeper, and just as I spoke.
Might have ought to thrown it. But,
he thought he saw something there, and
a little easier for Teddy to turn those into big runs when you got the big guys in front of you opening up holes.
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd, now a little 3rd and long, 3rd and 7.
And I can guarantee you.
Trey dropped it, picks it up, looks across the middle, throws, incomplete. That one was off kilter when the snap was a little at his feet.
Yeah. The low snap kind of affected the whole rhythm of that play.
Yeah, that threw the timing with his receiver
Personal
off.
foul, roughing the passer on the defense. So
that'll move the chains.
It threw the timing off of everything on that one.
Yeah, when you see the balls loose, you're going after that loose ball. And first and 10, 7:30. 7:32 as the clock stops after the penalty. They'll restart it when the referee sets it in play. First and 10 from the 22. They're getting close to the Chase's Wingery red zone. We haven't got to say that too much because the Blue Devils have gone through that red zone so quickly that we don't get to compliment our good friend at Chase's Grill and Wingery.
Oh, we had players slip down on that play.
Well, Coach, as I told you before the game, I could tell from some of the punts, from the punters and the kickers as it went out before the game, the ball would hit the ground and stick.
Right. So that means we got a soft playing surface.
Spongy. It looks great.
It looks great. And be honest, it's held up pretty
We wondered
pretty
if
well.
we'd be seeing divots, kind of like my golf game, but we haven't really seen that. So
just in the middle at the far end zone, but for the most part, the field looks in tremendous shape.
Second down. Oh, big hole. He gets down across the 20. Gain of about 5 or 6. Mulba carried more earlier in the season for the Blue Devils than he has tonight. But he's fresh, so he's going to come in and run some for them right now. He gets his opportunity to get some carries. Third down. Third and about 8 from about the 19. Goodman barks his signals. And I think, Coach, that voice inflection as he barked, they wanted to jump.
He got us one.
I think he probably saw I have a new cast of characters across the line, and they haven't seen this trick. No such thing as an old joke if you've never heard it. So he tried it on that new audience, and it worked. So third and short, 3rd and 3. Three's wild.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
Goodman has a back behind him. Snap
Low
little
snap.
low. He keeps. He's up the
Quarterback
middle.
keeps it.
He's across the 10, across the 5. He's.
And Mr. Goodman running with purpose there, Bill.
Well, he wants to put points on the board, and good for him. That fighting hard, running hard. Nobody likes to see a goose egg.
Coach Maloof likes to see him here.
Well, your defense, you do. The offense, not so much.
Right.
So is it first and goal from the 4? So Goodman rolls to the right. He cuts back up the middle. He is in there.
Scores.
Trey Goodman. Points on the board for the Vikings at 5:30 remaining in the game. So Trey Goodman gets a feel-good moment.
Well, part of what happened on that play, seems like we had a linebacker. Is that a flag on the field? Looks like there's a flag in the end zone.
Well, they're talking to Norcross. The white.
Yeah, there's some sort of flag on the field.
Targeting, a little hit above the shoulders. Against.
Oh, wow. Would not want to be the number of that young man that got that penalty, Bill.
No, when you're getting your opportunity to play on Friday night in the varsity game, and you make a mental error, you will hear.
Correction, Matthew Franklin into attempt the point answer.
So Franklin in the kick. Matthew Franklin to attempt the extra point for the Vikings.
Lefty.
The kick is up. It's good. So with 5:30 remaining in the ball game, the new score: Norcross Blue Devils 48, Lakeside Vikings 7.
Chase's Grill and Wingery brings fresh flavors, sizzling buffalo wings, and a warm family atmosphere to the historic city of Norcross, Georgia. Stop by Chase's for a great lunch or dinner from Tuesday through Sunday. If you are looking for the next favorite local hotspot, look no further than Chase's Grill and Wingery.
With 5:30, we will receive that. See you enjoying one of those nice Chase's wingery hot wings there that I dropped by to pick up the big bucket of of wings that he so graciously.
That's what these are.
Feeds he feeds the team as I told Chase. Any good Army marches on its stomach.
Well, I'll tell you what. Old Coach Dennis has put his stamp of approval on these.
Chase's Grill and Wingery was named by the Atlanta Magazine as the best wings in Metro Atlanta. So you don't have to take my word for it, but I haven't lied to you today. I wouldn't do that. But Chase, what a great 17 flavors, homemade sauces, hand cut wings. You're only a stranger once. You'll be friends. You'll be family at Chase's Grill and Wingery in historic old Norcross at the old Cotton Gin, right downtown. After the kickoff, 5:30 on the clock. The Blue Devils will tee it up.
Well, Bill, now the most important thing is to get out of here. No injuries.
Don't get hurt, and let's run that clock out.
For either side.
Yeah. First and 10 from the 20. The clock now rolls inside 5.5. Quarterback keeper round right in, turns it up to the 25. He pushes it on up about to 29.
Quarterback keeper by Liam Barbeau.
There, Liam.
help me, Coach. Who's our quarterback now?
Liam Barbeau.
Liam Barbeau, 10th grader.
10th grader, running like a scalded dog.
Liam Barbeau. That's a movie star name if I ever saw one.
Liam's a good kid.
Second and short. Second and 1. So Barbeau checks his troops. Barks the signal. He's going to roll to his left. There's a flag on the play. Whoops. He backed out and continued to roll again and made it to the sideline. We've got that banana-looking flag on the ground, so we'll play name that call. Our friend in the white cap says illegal procedure. You cannot proceed illegally, someone once said, so we will back it up. Well, our huddle is about 20 yards behind the line. I think they thought it was going to be a bigger penalty than it ended up being. They had a nice little trot back up to the line of scrimmage. We're running down to 4 minutes, clock moving.
And Liam's athletic. I didn't know his feet were that good.
Well, he dropped it. He picked it up. Now he's on the roll again. He's in a. Oh, he dropped it again. Not often you drop it twice on the same play, but I think we ended up with the ball.
A little nervous for the 10th grader.
He wanted to go. He wanted third and long, 3.5 minutes. But these are invaluable. These kind of moments. That you won't ever have another first time. Right. The next time won't be your first time on the field on a Friday night. The bright lights. So Barrow have one back behind him. He bobbled the shotgun snap a little bit. He pulled it. Oh, he's broken in the clear. He's going around left end. He's got his first down. He's up across the 35. He has a determination to his trot.
And Baylor's showing he's a little fleet of foot there, Bill. Baylor Emerson.
And I was looking at our roster to see if we had a height. And he's a pretty good long drink of water, Coach.
That's for sure. Toss sweep.
Toss to the right. Here we come. He brings around right in. He's up this right sideline. He's still running. He crossed the 50. He's crossed the 40. He may go all the way.
That is Caleb.
We've got a new Jackson on the scene, folks. Touchdown, Caleb Jackson. Hello, Norcross, Georgia. 64 yards for the
sophomore.
For KJ.
CJ.
Caleb with a C, not with a K.
Yeah. And let me tell you something.
We bring in the 10th grader, but couldn't run the clock out. They broke it for 60 yards.
He's capable. Doing that, and I'll tell you something I love to see right now. There's his big brother down there giving him a big old hug.
Welcome.
That's special.
Welcome to the club. Let's get 11 guys on the field. They keep streaming on out to get into the line there.
Big brother saying you only got about 200 more of those to catch up with me.
Good start. The kick is up. It's good. It was a little low, but it's good. It doesn't have to be up above the pipes as long as it's between them. With 2:08 remaining in the game, the new score: Norcross Blue Devils 55, Lakeside Vikings 7.
No wasting time at all. We're so phenomenal. Come on and give me that. Oh, oh, oh. Gonna be mine every time.
Different flavors make the world go around. And now try the flavor of hot honey mustard on the boneless wings meal. Served with crinkle fries, Texas toast, in a 22-ounce drink. Family flavor. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
2:08. If I remember my math right, that would be, what, 128 seconds? Put down the 8 and carry the 0. Put down the kicking off. So the next question is, can he reach the end zone? I think he's gotten tired since those first 4 or 5 that reached the end zone, Coach.
This may be another kicker.
Josh White back deep.
Here we go. From the 40. It's up. It's going to be a little bit short, about the 2. He runs toward the middle of the field. He's going to be dropped at about the 15. Good pursuit. Good pursuit as we stopped him on the 15. If it could even be better for not reaching the end zone, it was better because you down him on the 15.
And you gain yards on that 4-yard gain there.
We'll be over shortly here. A minute and a half to go. First and 10. First and 10 from the 16. And off into the middle. No gain. Trey Goodman is taking all the snaps. Because, Coach, I think I noticed in warm-ups there was not another quarterback warming up in the pregame warm-ups.
So that means he took the whole brunt of everything that the front seven gave him all night. So you got to take your hat off to that young man.
And he has seen fresh feet coming after him all night long. He drops back to pass. Goodman looks, he rolls to his right, he looks, he throws. He's got a guy open. Oh, he threw just a little bit behind him. That might be the last play. I think the guy in the white hat is going to hold up his, whether he started that clock or not, whether we've got one more play. Lakeside will take the snap one more time. He takes it. He looks across the middle. He rolls.
There's
he rolls,
Eric
he
Burdishaw
rolls.
turning the corner.
He's going to run down out of bounds, and that's going to do it.
That's the ball game.
That'll do it right there. So the final score, 55-7 in favor of the Norcross Blue Devils. Coach, it was exactly what you said it needed to be, should be, ought to be going into the game.
Well, you know, let's first and foremost, let's take our hats off to the young men from Lakeside. They came in, they played a clean football game.
Absolutely, you're right.
They were disciplined, but just a little bit too much firepower from the Blue Devils tonight. And it all started with the defensive front and the front seven. If you got to ask me, Bill, player of the game, who set the tone from the first snap, Christian Wright.
Christian Wright. You took it right out off the tip of my tongue. The Chase's Wingery player of the game, Christian Wright, tonight. Gets that coveted Chase's Wingery T-shirt that the players can't earn by, steal anywhere else. They have to earn it on the field. So Christian Wright is our receiver, the middle linebacker. Coach, if we hadn't gotten out so far ahead, if he'd have been on the field more, he would have had double-digit tackles.
No question.
But in that first quarter, he had 5 or 6 and a touchdown.
Couple of tackles for loss.
And a pick 6 that to go with those.
And probably the most important thing outside of getting a region win here, Bill, is with the exception of Anthony Nelson, one of the offensive linemen, getting a lower leg injury, we pretty much come out of this game injury-free going into the rest of the region schedule. So very important.
Lewis rested with that ankle. Needs all the love.
Every week that we get a little bit more rest out of Lewis, we get a little bit closer to being that team that we saw in the Dome. So, like, you know.
We need to do this again next Friday night, and then in 2 weeks, it's Katie bar the door. It's circle the wagons, hide the ladies and children. And
not looking past Berkmar, but traditionally, you know, they haven't been that strong of a team. But, you know, I'm sure they'll put forth their best effort against us, just like Lakeside did.
It'll be at their house, so
right.
you always get to defend the house.
Hey, maybe they have us for homecoming the next week, Bill. I doubt that, but that's possible.
If you want to get somebody's attention, make them your homecoming opponent. So, feels like football weather on another football winning night in Norcross.
And you get that bad taste out of your mouth, you know.
get back closer to 500, win these region games, and get ready. Let's get up in that first and second spot. If we can't win the region championship, be number 2, host that first round, so you don't have to be that road warrior that's so difficult, so very difficult to do, to especially to play Region 8.
Absolutely.
You don't want, as you saw on TV last night, those kind of teams that you hear a bell. That's a nice victory sound.
That's what you want to hear when you're at home. You want to hear that bell ringing. That bell rings, that means something good happened.
So, folks, on another winning night in Norcross, your final score, Norcross Blue Devils 55, the Lakeside Vikings 7. Be safe. Be blessed. See you back in 2 weeks. Coach, you got a parting word.
Yes, want to definitely put our prayers and wishes out for the people in Panhandle, South Georgia.
In Panama City.
Mexico Beach. If you have family or friends down there, we want to say, Godspeed to them and, hope for a speedy recovery to that area because they were, hit with a tremendous hurricane this week. So
150 mile an hour plus, one of the strongest to hit land on record down there. That Michael was no gentleman that as he went through the Gulf Coast, the beautiful Gulf Coast of Florida and in that area.
And also prayers and wishes to the young man from the last home game. We want to do a follow up maybe on the next home game.
To the Central Gwinnett family.
Yeah, yes. We'll have some word on his status as well.
All right. Everybody be safe. See you back in 2 weeks. Good night, everybody.
Good night.